Welcome to this video on research, knowledge, and inquiry designed for MED, student teachers. This is the first part of our foundational unit for the teacher-researcher. In this video, we will explore a roadmap for our journey, beginning with the sources of knowledge, the objectives of educational research, paradigms, disciplinary lenses, interdisciplinarity, and finally, research ethics. We are now setting the foundation for our exploration of research, knowledge, and inquiry. What is research? Simply put, it is a systematic, disciplined process of inquiry undertaken to generate, verify, or extend knowledge. It is systematic, purposeful, evidence-based, and communicable. Philosophically, knowledge is defined as justified true belief, a belief that is both true and supported by adequate evidence or reasoning. Our task is to move classroom beliefs from merely assumed to justified. Inquiry is the broader human disposition of questioning and wondering. Research is the structured, formal expression of that natural curiosity. Remember, research is inquiry with added discipline and method. Why must MED? Teachers study this because you will conduct research in your practice. Understanding epistemology, paradigms, and ethics is crucial to your professional integrity and your student success. Moving to part 2 of our unit, we will examine the sources of knowledge. Where does what we know actually come from? Traditionally, we acquire knowledge through experience, reasoning, authority, intuition, revelation, and tenacity. Let's look at these more closely. Experience, or empiricism, relies on direct sensory observation. Reasoning, or rationalism, includes deductive and inductive logic, which are essential for scientific and educational theorizing. Authority and tradition provide efficient, though sometimes risky, sources of belief. Intuition offers quick insights, while revelation provides knowledge from spiritual sources. Philosopher Charles Sanders Peirce outlined 4 methods of fixing belief. Science is the most dependable, as it relies on systematic, public, and verifiable evidence. The scientific method is considered the gold standard in research. It is empirical, systematic, objective, self-correcting, and public, ensuring that findings can be scrutinized by the wider community. Take a moment to reflect on your own sources of knowledge. Consider a strong belief you hold about learning, and ask yourself how that belief was shaped. Finally, in part 3, we turn our attention to the specific objectives of educational research and why we conduct it. Educational research is guided by 8 broad objectives, ranging from describing phenomena to generating entirely new knowledge. These objectives are not mutually exclusive, meaning a single study might cover multiple goals. First, we look to describe and explain. Describing provides an accurate account of what currently exists, while explaining identifies the underlying causes and relationships within educational settings. Next, we move to prediction and control. Research helps us forecast future outcomes based on established data and allows us to use those findings to actively improve classroom practice and policies. We also conduct research to explore and develop theory. Exploration investigates under-researched areas for preliminary insights, while theory development builds the frameworks that explain how students learn. Finally, we research to solve practical problems and generate new knowledge. This bridges the gap between immediate classroom needs and the broader expansion of educational evidence and theory. Let's test your understanding. Consider these scenarios: identifying the goal of a study on flipped classrooms, using attendance data to predict risk, or simply documenting time spent on group work.